Anime content. Hey guys, welcome. This is the first time I'm doing anime content on this channel. Well, what I mean by that is I'm gonna make various outfits from various animes. Well, this is the first time I'm making this kind of thing, so I'm not sure whether you like it or not. If this video gets at least 15 likes, I will make more anime content like this in future. Otherwise, and of course, I will make something that you guys like. Alright, today's topic. In this video, I'm gonna make the Tanjiro outfit from Demon Slayer, female version, and I will show you everything about how I made it from this to this. Well, the first thing I made a basic pattern, which also called basic t-shirt pattern. So when I got the basic block shape, I started to make the sleeve. Well, this is the dress that you cannot see except for the sleeve cuff, so I did not bother making it super fancy. Well, having said that, I made the cuff a little bit fancy. How? Pretty simple. First, I added an internal line, then cut and sew. Then made this pattern a bit smaller. Then I deleted this sewing and made this area like this. So this will be a typical shirt sleeve. Then I selected this line, offset pattern outline, roughly 50mm, and then I layer clone over this pattern. So that's how I get exact same pattern on top of it. And then I sewed like this. Because these are small patterns, I reduced the particle distance drastically. Just a little note, when you work with Marvelous Designer, some dresses will not look good until you reduce the particle distance. Well, sometimes you make everything perfect, but still it doesn't look good. Well, don't forget to reduce the particle distance. So this is the technique I always follow to make a good looking cuff, or maybe this cuff. Well, then I added 4 internal lines of 15mm to each side, and it will work as a button. So when you are done adding these things, don't forget to sew it like this, and you get the button effect with minimal frustration, of course. So this part is done, and as I said, this part will be hidden and you barely notice, so don't waste your time so much here. Next, the top. So I froze the pattern and set the layer -1, so it will not interfere with my top, with the top. Well, to make the top, again I started with the basic block, and you always see me making basic block whenever I make any dress in MD. When I'm done making the basic pattern, first I remove the linked editing and increase this length a bit by offsetting pattern outline. Then sewed like this, and then added this color. And I also did the same thing with this pattern. The next thing I did, I added these button effects just by adding internal lines and sewing like this. Well, then I spent some time adjusting the fittings, because this is the most important thing when you make any dresses, either in real life or digital life. And then I added the sleeve. And the sleeve of the top are real easy. I really didn't like how this was looking there, so I kind of fixed it by adding this sewing. Well, it is inappropriate if you're making it in real life, but in digital life, you can get away with this. After some adjustment, I strengthened the collar pattern. Yeah, I have a hard time pronouncing this word. What you are seeing here, this is just a temporary effect. I will make it more detailed later. Well, this time to make this skirt. First, I made the waistband. It's very easy. One thing to note, I'm really not very good with lower part dresses like skirt, pants, etc. But I'm constantly upgrading myself to creating better dresses. Anyway, to make this skirt in Marvelous Designer, you need to make the pattern 3 times bigger than waistband pattern. Of course, I'm talking about pleated skirt. Then select these 2 segments, right click on one of them, distribute internal line between segment. Well, if you need smaller pleat, you need bigger number, and on the other hand, bigger pleat, smaller number. So I'm gonna go with 30, then select all the upper points, make sure every point is selected. Right click, extend trim and add point to pattern outline. This is very important. Before pleat sewing, I'd recommend you to free sew first, then simulate, and then pleat sew like this. And delete the extra if there is any. And please note, pleated skirt only look good when you reduce the particle distance. But for now, I am not going to reduce drastically because pleated skirts needs so much computing power. When you are satisfied with the skirt, Ctrl T to symmetric paste to the other side and fill the sewing. Well, this method is not very good for making skirt, but that's how I did this. Well, to make the waistband a bit better, I just layer clone over and then sort like this. It's pretty simple. Alright, now the main fabric. I really don't know the name, but this is the focal point of the entire dress. Honestly, without it, it just looks like normal outfit. So the same thing again. Honestly, it's rather easier than the top, and to make this kind of sleeve, just add the sleeve pattern and then add another rectangle. Well, made it bigger, adjusted the shape, and then I added 2 lines like this. Sewed it, and that's how I got this kind of thing, which is amazing. Hi guys, this is day 2 and haven't slept since last night. Why? Because my sleeping schedule is really messed up. Well, the things I have to make first are making the pose, detailing the outfit, making the texture in Substance Designer, and rendering the outfit. Yeah, a lot of work, more or less. When I got a little bit satisfied with the look of the outfit, I added the pose. And you should add pose because pose will really make the dress really amazing. Alright, now I have to make it more detailed. So I started with the collar of the top. Removed this strengthen, layer clone over, deleted the auto sewing, added internal lines and sewed like this. Well, a lot better now. Then I added buttons. Now there is a cool trick to make the skirt look better as well as not giving a lot of computing power. First, add an internal line here, add another maybe here, select those, cut and sew. Only this part reduce the particle distance to 4. This part 6. And then simulate. Well, then reduce the particle distance according to your need, and when it's done, it looks really good. Alright guys, so these are some references that I have collected for this video, of course, and of course to make the outfit. So I'm gonna just show you how to make this pattern, this amazing checker pattern. It looks really good. I'm gonna just show you how to make the base color. So I'm gonna add first a gradient map, and in the specific parameter I'm gonna click this gradient editor and I'm gonna pick a gradient, a nice gradient, maybe here. So pick gradient and just drag like this, so it will create a little bit of gradient effect. Then I'm gonna Control G to duplicate, and again I will pick this black gradient, maybe here, drag like this. So yeah, it's not black, but anyway. Now I'm gonna blend that. I'm gonna make this color as foreground and this color as background. Well, now I'm gonna add tile generator here, and I'm gonna use this as a mask in the opacity. Right now it doesn't look like this. How we make this? Very simple. In the tile generator, you just have to, in the color panel, just add checker mask, and yeah, it will add the checker mask. Just double click here to see this thing. Amazing. So this is the same thing as this one, of course. So when I plug this to base color, as you can see, this looks amazing. But well, if you want to make it bigger or smaller, you can do this in the tile generator in the X amount. Just make it smaller. It will be, I mean, you understand. So I'm just going to leave it 10 by 10 right now, and select this connection and add a transformatory node to further increase the scale here. If I just click this, it will be scaling up, and this is, you understand what I'm talking about. Right, that's really how I made this kind of render. And if you really want to know how I made these other channels, normal, roughness and metallic, watch this video. You'll get a lot of ideas. Well, I'm not very good at Substance 3D Designer, so this is a spoiler. Just go and watch it. Well, after you imported those textures, it's time to add them, and I really leave it to you guys. It's just a fun process. Just add them and adjust them with this tool, and it's a lot of fun. And when you are done applying all the textures, render this. If you really want to know how I render things in Clo3D, check this video. With that, I made the entire outfit with just 2 pieces of software. I hope this is helpful for you. Let me know in the comment, and I will see you in the next time. Bye.